Fuck. I didn't enable the chat on screen. Hello, everybody. Why? There are a lot of you in here already. Alright, one sec. There we go. Also, Daniel, please don't make yourself sick cooking old chicken. Anyway, hello, Lesbian Winter. Anyway, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, my fellow whites. Alright. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to put a cooldown on that. Hold on. Y'all better spam that now before I finish putting a cooldown on those. There was that one person who came in here, said hi, and then immediately spammed that shit like 15 times in a row, or wait, 12? 12 times in a row? Noobs! Alright, get fucked. There is now a cooldown on it. Hello, everybody. Y'all are just going straight down the line, aren't you? I'll be fine, trust. Oh my god, there's so much going on the screen! What is going on? Oh, let me hydrate. Hold on, I got water. Anyway, chat. Hello, everybody. It is I. Become as a small cat. Hello, everybody. It is I, Rika Readman, Calico, Neko. Oh, no, wait, you did redeem that. You did redeem that. Hold on, let me put that back. Let me put that back. I thought I forgot to take it off last time. Where is the chosen one? Y'all, there's so much going on. I haven't even been able to do my intro stuff yet here. Bonus, penguin on the... You know what? Fuck it. I'm fixing this. Go into the back. No, never mind. Perish. Stupid penguin. Anyway, chat. Hello, everybody. If I could finish talking. My name is Rika Readman, Calico Cat Librarian VTuber? Something like that? Hello. How else would he waddle? You know, the penguin has legs. Of course he has legs, yeah! I don't join streams for a few days and there are a million new point things that people can spam. You know, that is the disadvantage of being on YouTube. You cannot spam the funny channel point stuff. Hold on. Alright, we got our coffee. We got some water. Anyway, congratulations on getting first Winter. Hello, Winter. Hello, Echo. Hello, Hectic Sketcher. Net Impact is fucked up. Hello, Mimic. Hello, Uma. Hello, Satan. Hello, Daniel. Hello... That's all of you, actually. Economy or ecology? Which one? Did you go to college or are you conning people? Echo? Eco? ECO? ECO rec? Alright. Those are pronounced... No, they're not! Economy? Echo? Echo? Oh, Eka? Eka? And then ecology? Ecology? Eco? Eco? Economy? Economy? Eka? Okay, so you're Eka. You're saying you're Eka. You're Eka rec. I got it. Eka rec. I got it. I understand. Ecosystem? Eco-rec. Okay. Okay. I get it. Can't trust any of you goobers. I understand. Eco. 50 Rika combo. I just realized I didn't start up my fucking music. Oh, I actually didn't even open my music. Hold on. Alright, chat. You know what time it is. You know what? We're gonna mix things up today. We're gonna mix things up, but instead of playing 12 hours of Toho jazz music for work and study, we're gonna do 12 hours of Toho jazz music for work and study 2. The second video with the white thumbnail. That is the clip of the start of stream chaos. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the clips. Not same brain cell. Anyway. I've been thinking, which is like, how do I say? I normally stay away from, like, having sound redeems and stuff. But all the extra stupid, like, image redeems, GIF redeems are so funny to me that I'm like, what if I include sound redeems? But then I'd have to turn them off whenever we do a visual novel night. Because that's the main reason I didn't include them, right? But now that we're kind of playing more casual games on other days, I'm just like, it could be funny. Did it hurt? Yeah, it hurt when I fell from heaven. You've been thinking woes? I always think. No, that's a lie. I never think. Wait, what? Oh, right, the cats don't work. The cats don't work on this model because I still haven't set it up because I'm lazy. And also, this model is not even supposed to be out that often. Ace Attorney games to relax and study to? Oh my god. Alright, chat. Can you even hear this? Hold on. Make sure I'm on the right. Oh yeah, okay. The last time I used OBS was I was recording stupid meme combos in fighting games. There was like this thing on Twitter that Serena linked me that was like the stupid Uma Musume gold ship, and she does the dropkick at the camera, and someone was like, alright FGC, show me your gold ship dropkick combos. Enjoy your points everyone, because I'm too lazy to scroll. Oh my god! This is abuse! This is abuse of power! You're gonna crash the economy! The economy! Gold ship. Yeah, gold ship. Dark Souls 2 deaths to relax and study to? Dark Souls 2. What a trip that was. I'm kind of thinking when we go back to Dark Souls, I want to skip Bloodborne for now and go straight to Dark Souls 3. And then, why? Oh, wait, it's the Pride one, so it's okay. It's not a hate crime. But I want to skip Bloodborne and do Dark Souls 3 right away, because I kind of want to do Bloodborne after Dark Souls. I want it to be its own thing, you know? Mods can refund? Oh yeah, so Satan, mods can manage channel points, because on the streamer side of things, when channel point stuff gets redeemed, it goes into a queue, and you can complete it or reject it, right? If you hit reject, it refunds all the points that were spent on it. And like, if you're really lazy or you just have a bunch of stuff in queue, sometimes you just hit reject all or complete all. I usually hit complete all and say, hey, you just lost all your points. Get fucked. Hi, Gillian. Thank you for checking in. Checking in. Spending my ill-gotten points. Majula soundtrack plus ambiance 10-hour loop. I saw that one time. Oh my god. Anyway, it's not like I want to skip Bloodborne, but I want to like maybe put it at the end of Dark Souls 3. Because Bloodborne is really cool looking, and I'd rather save the most appealing one for last. But also, there's some other stuff I've been thinking about. I recently found out that in the middle of Dark Souls 3, oh my god, there's this thing I recently found out. I think I might have talked about it last time. So, Perfect Dark, this old N64 game, very similar to like GoldenEye, if you ever played that. Somebody, why? Stinky Neko, welcome to the stream. Somebody like worked on basically modding. Why do you have so many points? Oh no, Winter, you refunded everything. So Shy Neko has 1,000,000 points to just bonk now. My girlfriend showed me a Bloodborne secret ending cutscene. I think I get it now. Huh? Oh my god, why do you all have... Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? No? Alright. I only got 3k from this, and you gotta spend more points. You gotta spend money to make money in the case that a mod just chooses to reject everything. Oh my god, I'm saving up 100k. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I think the aesthetic for Bloodborne overall is really cool. Why? The aesthetic... the aesthetic for Bloodborne overall is really cool. I think the setting is pretty neat. Even though it's just like England or something. But I like the outfits, and also I think one of the bosses in the DLC, I think, is really hot. So, you know. Communist mod redistributes the channel points. Oh my god. Hold on. Speaking of women who enjoy women, I'm drinking out of my lesbian coffee mug today. Bloodborne theme is just normal England. Yes, Bloodborne is Britain, and that's why it's peak. I don't know about that. Not that Britain isn't great, but like pre-colonization America was kind of goated. I once read a manga that was all about like pre-colonization America, and it was like fictional, historical fiction, right? So like the story is about this Native American named Red, who just is fighting a bunch of the white people, the British colonizers. Like, the whole series is just him, like, hunting them down as revenge for wiping out his tribe. And, like, you can tell it's the most, like, Japanese-written thing, because they have a side story about this dude who was a Japanese, like, samurai soldier or something. And his whole platoon, squad, whatever, like, commits seppuku? They kill themselves for, like, honor stuff. And, like, his captain is like, hey, you, why aren't you killing yourself? And he's like, I'm scared. And runs away, and why? And he boards a ship to America and meets, yeah. What happened if I put go to sleep? Oh, if you put go to sleep, I go to sleep. Sorry, that's how it is. If you redeem go to sleep, I simply turn off OBS and I go to bed. I take a nap or something, you know? You said it's called Red? I think it's called Red. Hold on. Red manga, Native American. Yeah. Read by Murata Kenichi. Let me see if I can find like a... Let me see if I can find a page for it. Red. Living on the Edge. Yeah, here we go. Found it. I will post it in both chats. There you go. Wasn't Japan in a period of strict isolationism during that time, so we have never been able to get to America? I have no idea. I'm not familiar at all with, like, Japanese history. I only really know about, like, American history at that time in history? Yeah. Oh yeah, hi Stinky Rika. Hello, Stinky Neko. Hey Rika, you know the gold ship combos you were talking about? Yes. I saw a Hagar one. Which one? There were a few. I posted a Hagar one. Let me see. Time to open the dreaded twitter.com. Hope I don't get bombarded with, hey, subscribe to Twitter Blue. He just keeps drop kicking. Okay, hold on. It's not the one with, like, Dante and Scroll, is it? Does it have Dante and Scroll on the team? Or is it one of the other ones? There were a few Hagar ones. Wow, Pokemon Red better manga. I do not trust the suspicious link. Yeah, it's definitely not a phishing link. Hello, Muffin McFluffin. Welcome in. Oh wait, there's actually a lot of Hagar combos here. It's this one? Let me see. Coupe de Ville. The Korean Drifter. Oh damn, that's a Dante there. Yeah? Marvel combos are really funny. Anyway, yeah, there's their manga. I urge everyone to go read it. You just jump straight into Bloodborne randomly one day with no, like, comment or acknowledge it about it in the middle of your Dark Souls 3 run? Hey gang, we're on Dark Souls 3, stream day number 4, tune in, and it's just, there's suddenly werewolves and, like, cleric beasts and stuff. It's a very suspicious URL. Rika's obviously trying to steal our info? Yeah! See, I have to scam y'all on YouTube, because you can't sub to me on Twitch, so I can't make money off of you. So I have to scam you in other ways, including phishing and identity fraud, theft, identity theft, and credit fraud. Seems I had to convert. We finally got Muffin McFluffin on Twitch. Got his ass. Oh my god. There were Catholic Japanese mercenaries in Central America during the 1600s after they got driven out of Japan, at least as far as I understand. I'm not sure how history goes there, but, you know. Something like that. It's entirely because YouTube hates my ad blocker. Okay. I'm gonna say, it's not against TOS on Twitch or YouTube to use ad blocker, right? Because, like, I gotta say, like... How do I say? I don't know if YouTube updated their website recently, but, like, for the past maybe 2 or 3 weeks, YouTube has been, like, painfully slow on everything, and a lot of times, thank you for the penny, Steve. Eco. What is that icon? I do not recognize that icon at all, but you know what? That's hype. But like, for some reason in the past few weeks, everything on YouTube has been painfully slow, and like, it refuses to like, well, like, it'll load, but like, things just, it kind of sucks, and I'm like, is it because I'm using an ad blocker? Is it throttling my shit because of ad block? 1 cheer gives me 350 channel points? Wait, really? That is pay to win. I don't give a fuck if it's slow, they made it genuinely unusable. Yeah. Half the time I have to, like, refresh a page, like, 3 or 4 times to get it to even, like, play the video. I've somehow dodged the YouTube slowdowns for the most part. You know. Your ad blocker's causing your YouTube to get frauded? You know? Yeah. You're right. That's what happens. Use an ad blocker and you get frauded. Get to fraughtin', chat. Oh my god. We've hit the point where I got subtweeted. Somebody I'm friends with on Blue Sky saw a post that was like a double hot dog, and it's a hot dog with two sausages in the bun, right? And somebody posted it, it said, "Let me get the fraught dog," and a friend of mine apparently, like, in the middle of the night, reposted it and said, "This is Rika coded," and I'm just like, man, is this my legacy? Is this my legacy, chat? Is this just what we're gonna talk about from now on? Yeah, see, making that emote, it's a really good emote, but it's my legacy, I guess. I have YouTube Premium for free, so I'm living happy. Wait, how'd you get it for free? Like, obviously, I don't care if I have to use, like, other methods to get around questionable, like, practices. But, like, if I can do it within the rules, I will generally like that. So, Google Fi? Is that like, Google Fiber? It's actually kind of cool if they give it to you for free. I want to move to a place that can get Google Fiber, because I've always wanted fiber internet, but on the rare occasion it doesn't load. I just close the tab and open a new one with the same video and it just works. Oh, it's the cell provider. Oh, okay. I've just had Metro PCS for like... Has it been 10 years yet? I think it might have been 10 years. When I moved out of my, mom's house, and, like, I left my phone at her place, and so, like, when I got my own phone, I think when I was, like, 22? No, I think I was 21. No, actually, no. It was when I was 22. Because I had to use my girlfriend's phone for work stuff for a while. When I was 22... I got my own phone line with my own number, and I've never changed my phone provider or number or anything since then. And I think it's really funny. I miss fiber, now I have cable again like a peasant. It's disgusting you for poor people. Anyway. I wish I had fiber. Yeah, that's how you get the how do I say? High fiber diet. It's good for your body. Advice from a woman in her mid... Chat, okay. I'm 33. Okay, I'm 33. I turned 34 in a month. Am I in my mid-30s yet, or am I still in my early 30s? When's the cutoff for that? When can I start saying I'm in my mid-30s for jokes? Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the stream. The city across the lake near me has a municipal ISP that provides fiber to all residents. What the fuck? God, I wish they could come over here. Yeah, go across the lake. Go across the lake. Go across the lake. Go across the lake. That's kind of cool. It's really easy to enroll in Google Fi. I also get a referral bonus. Alright, Pyramid Schemer. Okay, what are the rates? Because, like, I currently pay, like, 50? 55 per service? And the extra $5 is so I can have roaming in Canada and Mexico. How much is it for a line? Because I mostly just want a cheap line. I don't ever use my phone for anything other than, like, emergencies, so... Whenever you have a crisis... Oh, I had my midlife, my, like, old age crisis when I turned, when I was turning 30. And I started HRT because I didn't want to lose more of my hairline. Your mid and your 30s? Alright, buddy. You can start saying it when you're 38. Oh, okay. That's mid-30s. You can just say you are 30 or 40 years old and don't need this. I don't pay shit because my dad forgot I'm on his plan. Oh my god. That's actually peak. Alright, chat. Oh, wait. The Nightbot thing got fixed. Alright. I'm almost done with my coffee. But also, I'm enjoying this chatter. We're literally talking about nothing at all. We're just kind of like... What did the kids say? We're just yapping? Hashtag yapping? I think it's really funny that I think the phrase yapping, like, got popular as a way to... Thank you for the ear reps. As a way to describe, like, you're just kind of talking about stuff. When growing up, you would use yapping to describe the noise, like, a dog makes when they're just like... Yap, 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 yap. You know? I believe they say... I don't know what that says, I'm sorry. I can read Spanish and I can read English. I cannot read... I'm assuming Japanese. Omoshi Roy. 1 bit gives me that. Does 100 give me... You know what, chat? We gotta make some really premium emotes so that we have more bits rewards. I gotta commission some really premium emotes. They've gotta be iconic, too. Why on earth would you assume the person taking Japanese lessons would say something in Japanese? How dare you make that assumption? I just recognized the second character! I don't recognize the first character, but I recognize the second character as a Japanese character. I think. Why? I'm not stinky. I showered this morning. I vaguely remember... Oh, wait. I vaguely remember it being used like, what are they yapping on about when I was younger? That makes sense, yeah. That makes sense. Kribo attack stinky life points. It's so funny, because Kribo's got like 300 life points, right? Attack points. Take my money, I'm testing something. Thank you for the penny. What is that icon? Alright, well, I hope you got another 350 channel points. Someone's talking is akin to the yapping noise of a dog. Oh, true! That's me! My yapping is like the shrill barking of a dog. Yep, 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 yep. I'm so sorry, chat. Don't take that seriously. If any of you ever start calling me a dog, I will destroy you. And not in the fun way. There we go. That should be out of the way now. New. I don't think I have TTS activated for this. I'm sorry. No one ever, literally nobody ever donates bits, so I don't have anything set up for it. I'm even using a default like animation for it. Neospatian Granmole. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can return both of the opponent's monster and this card to the hand. I didn't get any more points, I got scammed. Bring it up with Twitch! Refund me my 2 cents. Can I find it? Can I find it? No, hold on. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go, I found it. Copy image link. Grand Mole mentioned. My god. Yapping's a pretty old term, it just came back into common parlance, presumably due to the internet. Rika Dogman? No. Never. Listen, I come from an era where the stereotype was trans women are cats, not dogs, alright? That's all new school stuff. I'm not hip with that. I'm nowhere near dog code. Why? Actually, that's a lie. Because there is that phenomenon of like a golden retriever boyfriend or girlfriend, right? And like, it describes somebody who in a relationship is like always wants or always happy to give you attention, is like very like loyal, like, and is just like always ready and available. And that's definitely me. Me. That's the only kind of dog I will accept being coded as. Let's see. No one can say good girl. No, it's forbidden, actually. Somebody once said that to me while I was playing Marvel Rivals, and I almost went off. But, like, it was also somebody who I don't dislike. Somebody who I'm, like, pretty chill with, so I'm just like, I will kill you. And then laughed it off. Yeah, that, exactly. Shouldn't be pressing buttons if you're not prepared for the consequences of those buttons. I'm just gonna randomly throw these at you like a good luck fountain. I love throwing quarters into random fountains that I see like in the mall and stuff. Found a bee, curry bee attack. What is Winter? What is evidence? What is evidence? Someone's talking is akin to the yapping noise of a dog. Oh, true. That's me. My yapping is like the... I'm gonna... Never mind. You know what? Live it up. Live it up. Live it up when you can. Live it up when you can. The last laugh will be had by me at the end of the day. If you enter your puppy girl era, I'm calling the feds. Good. You should. I can't close this window until I post a bit, but then I can just put bits in chat. The bit system is so funny on Twitch. Wait, what is the URL? Plain Tough Sardine Doggo? Oh my god. Karibu and Karibi attack Stinky LP. See, I'm glad that you know the names of the Karibas. It's good. True fan. I think the URL is generated for that clip is surprisingly apt. Joker last laugh Rika. Why? What did I do? I genuinely have no idea how almost anything on Twitch works. So like, main thing if you're new. Steve, why do you keep throwing pennies at me? You know, I should probably actually set up bonks for bits. Actually, I think it is activated. I think it is activated, actually. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Yippee! Oh, you don't want my money? No, I'm just like, damn, I'm getting pennies thrown at me. I like money. Feel free to give me more money. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Sir, Eco-Wreck. Is throwing the bits at you like the bonks? We add jump scares for the bits. Oh! Funny sound effects would be nice. Anyway, Muffin, the important thing you need to know about how stuff works. Oh my god. It's so funny because it's like custom bonks, right? Thank you for the various pennies. This is addicting? Yeah, thank you for shooting money at me. Jump scares for the streamer are fine. Jump scares for chat are not. Oh, no, I keep getting distracted. So, like, main things about Twitch over YouTube for chat is, the emote system, because I don't have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I can't have emotes there. If you're not subbed, you get like 5 free emotes as a follower that you can use in the channel. And also the channel points. If you look like on the left side underneath chat, you should see like a number next to the pages. And that's what you use to like redeem the triggers and stuff. 100 box is $1.40. Imagine chat, you too can bonk Rika for an amazing deal. Yeah, see? Exactly. See, chat? See? If you donate bits, you can bonk me for free. Without spending your precious channel points. Doubled up on the penguin? Wait, why is it in front? Why is it in front? Why is it in front? Why is it... Why is it in front? Why is it in front? Alright, well, you know what? We're down here now. Who knows? Oh my god. Y'all are menaces. See, chat? It's good times like this that make me think, damn, you know what I should do? We should do a stream where we just don't ever play a game and just sit here and chat, but like, I also really want to finish Ace Attorney. Well, I don't want to finish, but like, I want to see what happens in this case, I mean to say. Because you put it in front last time, probably. I'll put you in front. Honestly, what happened is, it probably fucking, like, eye killer is. Doppelganger, yeah. For all we know, you're doing that this stream. Yeah, the penguin is the streamer. Hold on. The penguin is the streamer. Hello, everyone. It is I, Alfredo, the chosen one. I am, today we have Ace Attorney. I don't know what it's... I don't know what he's hooked up to, but... the rotating is kind of funny. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I need to steal that Alfredo someday. Like, so you're using the Pokemon move Spikes? Oh my god, it is. Entry hazards? Bitches don't know that I have Rapid Spin, though. I got YouTube to stop crashing? Let's go! What was I gonna say? I was saying something. Oh! So, like... the fact that we just chat so much... Okay, chat, I'm gonna tell you something really funny. And, like... You know, I try not to bring up metrics a lot. But... the last, like, few weeks... there has been a trend I'm noticing. And it's that whereas in the past... our, like, chatting portion of the stream would be, like, very slow and quiet. And then I'd start playing the game, and that's when stream, like, viewers and chatters would pick up. And somehow, over the past half a year, the equilibrium has shifted so heavily that now, for all the streams, the quote-unquote performance has been best during these, like, chatting and bullshit portions. And then it goes down when we start playing the game, and it's really funny. Your Honor, League of Legends, you know... It's fine, you're giving me money. You're giving me money. I'm reminding myself of that before I start talking about my thoughts on League of Legends. But I'm already over here. Yeah, we converted Muffin McFluffin! No, you weren't. Hello, an hour after 10. Welcome to stream. It's us Europeans going, why? Oh, okay. No, that's more. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Uma. I appreciate you. Oh my god, that's so many! That's so many! That's so many! That's so many! Why are there so many? It just said 100 single ones. That's so funny. Thank you for the bits. Rika has a price, y'all remember that. Yes, of course. I am a person of color living in America. We gotta make do somehow, you know what I mean? Also, yeah, you are a marketing genius, Steve. Thank you. Thank you all for the bits. This might be like the most bits I've ever received in my entire streaming career. I really just like pretend that they don't exist because I don't know how they work. You know, I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to technology and Twitch. For the stream because I'm still annoyed with YouTube. You and YouTube aren't on talking terms. Speaking terms is what you're saying, Muffin. It does rule. What happens if I... What is the screenshot? 100, 1,000, 5,000? Oh, you know what? It's because we have... There is a... You know what would be really funny? Actually, hold on. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Because I have never messed with the bits options on here. Let me see. I've never messed with the bits options on here, right? So, like, you can see that there is this down here. Event type, bits. So, I have it set to the 0 is the minimum donation to make the bonks happen. And by default, it's set to 1,000 maximum bonks. Now it's set to 10,000, but it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Yeah, 10,000. It gets worse because there's a toggle here for throw only 1-bit icons. Now, if anybody ever does just do the stupidly large bit donation, don't actually do. Oh, I mean, if you want to, but now I figured like it was really funny to see 100 of those come continuously. So I'm like, okay, if anyone ever does a big bit donation, it's gonna be really funny to see it happen for like 50 minutes straight. Just make sure to email Jeff Bezos to trade in your bits for pennies. Do you have to? I actually have no idea how bits work. I hope they get automatically converted. Bits and cheering. Oh wow, wait. Set the smallest bit emote that can be used in your channel. Ah, I see. Bits tier... Wait, there are tier badges? Oh, there are tier badges. That's kind of interesting. You can get a badge for submitting 5 million bits? Isn't that like $50,000? Why would somebody do that many bits? Anyway, thank you, Steve and Uma, for convincing me to actually pay attention to the bits triggers in chat finally for once. Very interesting. Someone do a 10k bit redemption. Alright, Winter. Get to don't do it. That's a lot of money. This is a bit much. That is a bit much. Just give the streamer the money directly. I didn't mean that. Uh-oh. It's okay. There are no takebacks. I am too broke for that? Yeah. That's like my main thing is like... I think, in my opinion, if you want to like give money to a streamer, like, I think it is better to just like donate directly through like a Coffee or PayPal or something. But like, I start to see after streaming for a good while that like subscribers have a lot of benefits that, you know, kind of make it worth, you know, paying the service to Twitch in a spectator's perspective. And the bits thing, well, the bits thing I still don't understand, but I think y'all really like seeing the fucking VTuber model get bonked, so like, Let there be bonks. Want Rika to dox me? Huh? I was about to start listing off your legal name and your the city you live in, but like, I'm like, no, wait, don't do that. Don't do that. I know where you live, Steve. Also, I already call you Steve before. I think this is like the first stream I've called you Eco consistently. There's this issue with people who I know in person, who I have talked to more in person than like online, and it's that I default to their like default name. Well, okay, more in real time, because like same thing with Scott. With I missed that because he's Scott. He's from my Final Fantasy XIV FC. We just constantly I just constantly call him Scott. It feels really wrong to call him I missed that. I have a first founder badge and a 1-bit badge. Let's go. Loyal fan. See, we appreciate you, Eco. Eco Rec. Quote, I believe in white man. What the fuck was that quote? I game with my brother. It was difficult at first juggling when to call him his username versus his real name. Yeah, it's confusing, right? For me, okay. So, my girlfriend, Serena, she obviously streams under the, like, and does her social media under the name Serena, right? But then, in our, like, personal interactions, I call her by her chosen name, because, you know, we're both trans. So I call her by her, like, you know, girl name. And then also, she will... I know that she uses a different name with, like, coworkers and, like, family, right? So that's 3 names that I have in my head for her. And also, sometimes when we interact with people that she knows, there's, like, a disconnect between what I normally call her and what they call her. So then I have to choose the gender-neutral nickname that she has from her family. So there's 4 names I have to juggle when I talk to her. And so, like, half the time when I'm talking in a conversation with her with multiple people, I have to, like, stop for a second and think, like, fuck, what name are we on? 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 And it's really funny. As a non-voice chat user, I can't imagine ever saying somebody's username out loud to refer to them. Sometimes you just don't know somebody's, like, real name, right? Or, like normal name. Sometimes you only know the username. So, like, it's always really funny. But also, like, it also gets really funny because, like, when I used to compete, when I used to go to tournaments, people would just be like, hey, Fizzy. Hello, Fizzy. What's up, Fizzy? And I'm like, this is okay. It sounds cute. It's funny. Most people end up calling me by my government name instead of my online name, Shrug. Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel weird getting referred to as Stone by people I've known for like 3 years. See, like, Daniel, it's really funny because, like, on YouTube, your name is Daniel, right? But then, like, on all your, like, on Twitch and Discord, your, like, username is Stone. So it's, like, really funny. Because, like, it's almost like just the YouTube name is just, like, yeah, that's just a dude. Whereas everything else is, like, Stone the Third. Gamer name. Except for the primary place where we get a chat to you. I use Winter and Lydia basically interchangeably. The girl name, I know what you mean by this, but also the concept of a girl name specifically is very funny. Yeah, exactly. See, you understand. Sometimes you only know the username. TBH, I prefer people online only knowing my username. Yeah, see, that's internet safety as taught to my generation when we were younger. For that, I went by the Doomed One. My username is named after my real name? Wait. I didn't know your real name was Guitar? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's, Okay, so like I kind of like that usually. Um After I stopped competing and I had to pick like a new like online handle, I basically just pick like a name that I like, right? I actually go by Rika, mostly in person. Technically my name is Erica, but like I go by, most people call me Rika because, well, they know me from online, right? And like the reason why Rika and Erica are my chosen name is because I used to go by Readman, right? Erica pronounced Erika. 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 Not like the streamer, rest in peace, Erika, but like Erica. It's really hard for me to not say it with the Spanish accent, sorry. Erika. Rika from online. Erika, but pronounced like a gringo. Erika. Erika. Alright, I'm gonna dunk you. I think I called you by a real name pretty much the whole time. I'm secretly a stone called Daniel. Are you the stone that the builder refused? Are you the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues? Yeah, have a good night, Uma. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day at work. Good afternoon, I guess. Have a good day at work. Have a good morning. Roll more R's. Erika. Dunk these. Alright, I will dunk these dollars back into Twitch. Thank you for the bits, as always. I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah, Steve. You called me by my real name. I think you are probably one of the only people in chat right now who... Let me see. Yeah, I think you're the only person in chat who knew me pre-transition, so like, that makes sense, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you just called me by my first name, like, no matter what, before and after transition. I referred to you as many names. True. Let me see. Yeah, roll more R's. You'll get them eventually. And Stab. I've had people call me Stab back when I was in school. Wait, is Stab not your name? Oh, only your family calls you by your first name. Is Stab Stab is a surname, right? I was gonna say something about that, but I don't know. How far are you into FF10? Not very far. I was doing FF10, and then I was like, I'm juggling Nier, I'm juggling Final Fantasy XIV, I'm juggling Final Fantasy X, I'm juggling Lies of P, I'm juggling... juggling Minecraft. I'm like, okay, no, we gotta stop and focus on one of these. So I've only been doing Final Fantasy XIV recently. Schab is dust in German? Oh, okay. Switching names is so fucking easy. What do these straighties complain about? Oh, it's so hard to remember. I've known you for so long. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, yeah, I agree. Before I transitioned, whenever somebody came up to me in person and was like, I go by this now, I'm transgender, I'm like, okay, yay, good for you. Good for you, Oomphy. And then it's as easy as that. It's simple as that. Just like growing up and learning bad words and then becoming older and realizing like, hey, I shouldn't be saying this shit. And then you just stop saying it. You just stop. Once somebody who you genuinely listen to and care about says, hey, don't do this, or hey, do this, I prefer this, it's like, it's easy. I've never said a bad word. I'm God's favorite princess. Alright, buddy. Going for the 255 stats in FFX? I don't know what that means. I am doing Final Fantasy X off stream though, so like, I could. It'd be funny. When it comes to on stream, I don't like doing like grindy stuff in these games. That's why I kind of just like ran through story and Dark Souls and such. But like when it comes to off stream, I will sit there for hours and just grind shit if I like need to or want to. Stat cap, super bosses, the works. Oh, I would like to try the super bosses, actually, yeah. Also, like, even if you fuck up, as long as it was clearly an accident, it's whatever. Believe it or not, trans people are pretty good at telling when saying the wrong name is a genuine mistake when it's malicious. Yeah, exactly. That's where, like, my stance is, like, people will be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I accidentally called you man, or I accidentally referred to you the old name, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, I hope you don't hate me. I'm just like, huh? Meanwhile, me, if I've ever done it, I'm just like, oh, my bad. This. Correction. The soup bosses are good 100 hours of grind, I haven't even done that. I've nearly called Rika the name of the last character to join the party several times. Oh, like the Yu-Gi-Oh archetype? Hey, thank you for the raid, Red Violet TTV. You know, like, yo, oh shit, haste? No. I was recently... Anyway, hello, I gotta do my spiel. Hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Rika Readman, Calico Elf Librarian VTuber. I stream visual novels and horror games. Haste! I was recently watching a friend, play that shit in Discord. It looks so fun, it looks so good. I really want to play it. But, like, I also just bought other games, like Satisfactory, and, like, I gotta get that out of my system. It's like if Sonic was good. No, you're right. No, I'm just kidding. I love Sonic Adventure 2. Let me see. There was some stuff I missed. Literally the same as I have a different last name because I got married just now for the first name. Exactly. I'm sure people have switched names I never noticed because I forgot their earlier name. People have told me that, they, like, followed me in the past and didn't realize that they're following me now because I changed the name and they just didn't pay attention. Thank you for the bits. It's like when Franny whips Gummy. What do you mean by that? Stackcast super bosses, they are something. Anyway, yeah, thank you for the raid. I hope Haste was enjoyable. It sounds like it was good. I used to be Tim.K. Yeah, okay. It's so funny. Because, like, I remember your, like, character design from back then more than I could not remember the name. I just remembered it was like Tim something. But like it's just like in my brain it's like, well, I only look at the current name because that's just how you interact with like trans people, right? Probably a lot of people forgot. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I just said that, yeah. I'm so mad at you for saying this. I'm gonna throw 10 more bits at Rika so I won't be so bad. Oh my god. I love memes on the internet. Hypothetical friend, God. I've been witness to the himbo moment before when someone went, her pronouns are it's. Huh. Game starts at 7 or 7:30. Rika Readman 2 hours, 15 minutes ago. Yeah. Game starts around 7:30. Bitch. I'm Mexican. We fucking Mexican time. Haste really went by in a flash. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Mivix OF? Welcome. Anyway, farewell, chat. Goodbye. Anyway, sorry, we have an ad break. There was so much going on. I didn't get a condition into time. I like how all those are coming in late. Enjoy some words on stream. We've got an ad break. Be back in 3 minutes, and then we will start Ace Attorney. I promise. See y'all soon. Oh my god, why are all the alerts coming in late? Oh. Alright, whatever. I'm stepping away. Where the fuck is my game capture? Am I stupid? Oh no, wait, there it is. Why am I over here? Oh my god. I forgot that I had Alfredo in front! Oh my god, why are y'all like this? Why are y'all like this? Why are y'all like this? Hello everyone, and thank you for bearing with us for the ad break. Welcome back. You deleted the penguin? Wait. You deleted the penguin? Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is Rika Readman. Calico Elf VTuber? Oh my god. It's Ace Attorney Investigations. We're on the second half of Case 2. This game is very different from what we've been doing. That doesn't work on this model! You can't do the cat gifs! YouTube was crashing earlier. It was apparently because of some add-on I had installed. Oh my god. You hear the game noises? Good. Don't look at the game only, Rika. I love looking at the game only. Nice YouTube intro. Thank you. Thank you. It was a good one, right? Every time Rika messes up a present, we should all cheer Rika 10 times to cheer her on. Alright, it's time. Hydrate? Alright. Let me drink this water. Yeah, every 100 bits, I flub a piece of evidence or something, I don't know. Chat, let me know if the category updated correctly. Anyway. Hello, everyone. We're in here. It's Turnabout Airlines. You ever think about how, like, Turnabout Airlines implies that every time you get on a plane, it turns around? Isn't that kind of fucked up, actually? Anyway, chat. I hope you're all excited for this. Let me know if the sound balance is okay. If you remember from last week, we got to the point where we saw... That shit's fucking loud. We didn't see the murder, but we woke up and Edgeworth was... Why? Edgeworth was being accused of murder, right? And basically we've narrowed it down to it was probably one of the... I suspect the captain, maybe. I don't know. There was a butt ugly suitcase. There was the piggy bank that was the murder weapon, allegedly. Often they do when they're waiting in a position around the airport. Also, chat, hold on. I have something stupid to show you. Are you ready? Look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Mom said it's our turn on the Xbox. They're like little, like the smaller forms that they have in this game are so funny. Also, I think Gumshoe looks like a... He kind of looks like a monkey, and I kind of like it. It's kind of cute. It was Sam and Ella. I love the HD sprites. Yeah, they're cute. I love them, actually. Alright, chat. Let's continue. This is Ace Attorney Investigations, Case 2. Turnabout Airlines. Ape Shoe? Yeah, Ape Shoe. Yeah, see? Honk Shoe? Me. Oh my god. Thank you for the clip, Winter. March 12th, 2:52 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck. Cargo hold. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? Hey, Freakus, thank you for checking in. Oh my god, his little run! It's so cute! It's so big! What the? Ew! I forgot that the suitcases look like that. It don't work! It doesn't work there! It doesn't work in this model! Y'all gotta wait for it to end! Rika Readman? Rika Freakman? No, it's Rika Freakman. Get it right. You know? Cruelty Squad suitcases? Oh my god, wait. You're right! That is Cruelty Squad colored! Cruelty Squad coded. Welcome in, Freakus. Get scammed out of 25 points. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So is this the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Lower deck cargo hold. Oh my god, I'm being drowned. Yippee! Rika Readman, librarian on call. Lower deck cargo hold. Listen, I'm just saying, if I were— oh my fucking god. I am cursed to be a Neko Orc for my entire life. Alright, chat. Yeah, the first thing I notice immediately are these, like, flammable— not just flammable, but highly flammable. Like, huh? Isn't this, like, a hazard to have in a plane? Isn't that, like, extremely dangerous? All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one, it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only? You know, chat, you ever just transfer your your exorcism? I forget, this is Ace Attorney actually. Exorcisms are kind of real in this world. Imagine having something flammable on a plane. I don't know what the plane rules. It's been so long since I've flown anywhere. And I hate flying. Ever since I got into driving distance of everywhere I want to go, I just drive everywhere, so like, I don't remember plane rules, quite frankly. Just what kind of operation is this airline running? Alright. So let's look at the evidence we have. So we've got the murder weapon, this flimsy travel wallet. We've got the victim, a blonde dude from Virginia. We've got a magazine that shows the schedule and such. We have the murder weapon, Captain Uggo Piggy Bank, because it's pretty Uggo, if you understand. Grape juice footprints. I forgot about grape juice. Yeah, we've got this photo who was... I still don't know what the... oh. We use this to point out that he doesn't have his phone around his lanyard anymore. Of course the phone, that's missing right now. A receipt for the suitcase. Burgundian cloth. Suitcase. Testimony. Testimony. Okay. So we just gotta investigate. Bed sheets. Keep dry. Burgundia. Oops. How do you examine? Oh, here we go. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Oh. Puppy eyes? Chat, we can never escape mentions of puppies in this household. Are you playing on controller or mouse and keyboard? Do you think I could get this movement on a controller? Do you think I could get the movement on controller? Look at him go. Anyway, sorry. Why is he dancing? This is just how Edgeworth dances. Yeah, the layout is kind of insane. Rika. Hello, Hectic Sketcher. A hitbox is a controller? Oh, true, actually. Isn't this what Smash players do in neutral? You know what's really funny? My girlfriend will always say, Serena will always say, like, you know, it's a good game if they let you just, like, instantly cancel and do the dash dance, right? She is an ex-Smash player, so... Loverless players rooting Ace Attorney. Why are you shine dashing at the cargo hold? Have you ever seen the funny Edgeworth run? The what? The what? Explain this. This is how Edgeworth dances by not dancing. Honestly, that sounds like him. Yeah, see? Look at him. Oh, what is this? Hold on. We gotta go back to display capture. Alright, chat, what is this? What is this? What is this? What? What? Why does he run like that? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so funny. Who is this, like... I mean, well, okay, I'll probably see her eventually, but I have no idea who that, like, ninja girl is. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, I love that, actually. Thank you for sharing that. That's so funny. You can tell it's Edgeworth because he aura farmed the tilting obstacle. Honestly, I forgot that his run animation just looks like this. God. Casually dropping every character in the next 2 games in the best way possible. It's fine, it's me. I just realized something. I'm so sorry. Actually. Okay. Yeah, my fault. I didn't have the captions on this whole time. My fault. I was like, why does my overlay look really bare right now? Oh my god, hi Franziska. Hello, Franziska. We need to give you some Adderall when you start Ace Attorney? No, it's fine. This is the Ace Attorney experience. Listen, if you can't casually be funny with chat, are you really enjoying a game? You gotta play it with your friends. Oops. Double penguin time? Oh my god. I'm pretty sure what's happening with that is, I've been yapping nonstop with my 3 monitors. Oh, good. I'm pretty sure what's happening with the penguin is because I have the one already behind my head on layer -1. So when the other one redeems and tries to go layer -1, it sees that it's occupied and probably just defaults to layer 1 instead, which is in front of my model. Oh, alright, it's Franziska time. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Why at this airport? I've been following a very large and involved government-level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Wait. That's actually kind of sick. Chat. There is a realistic chance that you could have Franziska von Karma working with, Zenigata? Why can I not remember his name right now? The kind of like pathetic Interpol detective from Lupin. Zenigata. I'm like getting his name mixed up with some Ace Attorney characters. Yeah, Zenigata. I thought you were gonna say Chun-Li. Oh yeah, Chun-Li is in Interpol too, isn't she? She's no slouch. OG trilogy set back straight into working with Interpol. That's actually pretty sick. Hold on, we love a capable and like competent woman, even if she is a cop. Came to this airport as an Interpol liaison. Interpol is involved. It's a top secret operation, so I can't really tell you any more than I already have. Can I present anything? What about... Oh, the missing cell phone. Does she know anything about this? There's something much more urgent we should be dealing with right now. Don't waste my time or yours. A cab except for Dick Gumshoe, Franziska von Karma, and Olivia Benson? Oh my god. That's That's the cop from Law and Order SVU, right? That's the lady? The... I feel like... Chat. I'm gonna say something controversial. Yeah, she's mother, huh? Okay, well, it's not controversial anymore. Chat. The, like... if you've ever seen Law and Order Special Victims Unit, the two main characters, the bald white dude and, like, the lady detective who is, like, in her... looks like she's, like, in her mid-40s. Ever since I was young, I have always thought, you know, she could... What's the terminology? She could get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? Please don't tell me I'm alone. Anyway. Fucking... Here we go. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. This thing's as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir. It'll probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective. I don't get it. I don't say I've ever watched Law & Order. Alright, you know what? My fault. I watched a bunch of random, like, television when I was a kid, because my parents really liked it. And then as soon as I left home, I did not own a TV for... I think I had a TV for, like, 2 years of my adult life. And other than that, I've not owned a TV. A lot of gays watch Law & Order SVU growing up. I don't know why. Now think about it, Steve. I think you're the only one I've ever talked about it with. I don't know any SVU gay people. Law & Order gay people. Alright. Okay, it's really bugging me that E is not the interact button like in like every other game. Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Maybe I will. Well, let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass. And Miss Tenero wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? I think that's just what's left of Gumshoe's spine after you abused him too much. It's a bunch of glass fragments? What are these glass shards from? I think we've investigated everything in here. Get it, chat? Investigated? Oh, wait, actually we haven't. Fucking! Presumably it's because their parents did. I know my grandparents watched it a bunch, but I didn't really pay attention. I can't even say this is a generation gap thing because you're older than me. Alright. Ooh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the 1st floor, Detective. It can't move. Oh, yeah. I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special keycard. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's control panels require a keycard, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Okay, so last thing... Oh, wait, we've got 2 things here. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir. I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that I meant to sound so oblivious. Alright, last thing. Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. So the suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we take a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file? And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. What? Huh? It looks like a profile on Franziska. Oh, he had to have worked for Interpol or something. Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her? I mean, you know, I'm sure she's got a lot of fans. In canon. Okay, we have to make some conclusions here. Oh, right, the broken glasses. Okay. So, when we found the victim in the elevator, his glasses were broken already. Which also means these little gashed glass shards are in the shape of lenses. I'm pretty sure these are related. Connect. Yippee! I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses' lenses. Ergo, the victim was here just as I suspected. Anytime I see somebody say ergo, I just automatically think, no, sorry, that's mean. But also, I think Edgeworth is like the biggest dweeb ever for saying ergo. Just saying ergo unprompted like that. Alright. He is a nerd, yeah. So, you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Yeah, we do love him for it. I love him for it. Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Okay. It can be both mean and true? True! And mean. Like a mathematical mean. Also, I definitely think Mr. Hicks definitely works for Interpol. I'm willing to bet. This is too much of a coincidence. Hey, thank you for checking in, KJ Saint. Welcome to the stream. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Franziska said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. I think Franziska has some explaining to do. Alright, time to bully your adopted little sister. Hope you're doing well, chat. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. Hey, buddy, talk to me. Truth behind Hicks. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense. What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information. Oh. Alright, chat, hold on. This is the #1 improvement we have in this game compared to the Phoenix Wright trilogy. We have a history button. We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Oh. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Are you telling me... He's a 28-year-old Interpol agent. She is a 19-year-old prosecutor turned Interpol agent. You let this child manage an agent and get him killed? Alright, you know what? Franziska is the prodigy or something, so I get it. She is a genius. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. This is her case, Interpol just happened to get involved with it? Oh, okay. I thought she was working with Interpol. Or she was part of Interpol right now. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Franziska, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see, but this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew, and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. The glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. Huh. The killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Investigation complete. Okay, but like... does that mean the murder weapon wasn't the murder weapon? Also, for them to get into the cargo hold, they would need to be a crew member, right? Like a crewmate? Chat. Oh my god. They're crewmates. This is just like Among Us. Anyway, sorry. That's a very elaborate setup. It is Ace Attorney. You know, it's all about elaboration, please. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Dinero. Definitive evidence. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. And the only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Dinero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? Didn't we establish? I'm pretty sure we established at the end of last week's investigation that somebody stole the keycard from her, so... I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Boink! Rebut! It's so easy to frame someone? Yeah. I mean, like... critical thinking. Let's see... 5:40 a.m. Borginian cloth. Go you. I don't think we have any evidence that talks about the keycard being missing. Any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks, but the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The Allegro theme is so good. Alright, let's press this.
Hold it!
Hold it. But it's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Dinero. Objection! It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Need it? Yes, well, I don't have any evidence, Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Dinero, you know? It's not just the keycard that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon? The Captain Hugo piggy bank? Yes, She is also the only person with the key to open that display case. There's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. It kind of like smashed through. Do I have evidence for that? Let's save. Chat, remember, save before every decision. Man, this is a singularity, Wendy's. We don't do certainties. Especially when the judges in this series are so willing to just side with the prosecution in the moment the defense doesn't say objection to the exact phrase they wanted. Yeah, they're just there to get the case over with. Does the matter of the key to the display case? Pretty sure this contradicts that because, like, it doesn't guarantee that they needed the key. Objection! This piece of evidence perfectly exposes the flaw in your logic. I think that's incorrect. Oh, well then, why don't you show me how it does just that? Go on. Oh, I bet it's this part, right? This conflicts with something, right, sir? You have no idea what you're talking about, do you? Detective Gumshoe, don't speak up when you don't know what you're talking about. Ouch! I was just trying to follow your lead, sir. Thought you would allow a subordinate to take over. You're a disgrace. Gnurk. Guess that wasn't it. Does the matter of the key? The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information. Hold it. But that is a fake. Objection! Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Good question. Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? Honestly? I think the body. Just... yeah, look at the body. Franziska, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes. We don't even have the autopsy results yet. How could I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? Scrappy! Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Eek! Yes, sir. Chat, I'm gonna say something. Never mind, I'm not gonna say something. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, Detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head. Bruising head to mid-back. That's kind of weird, don't you think? You would allow a subordinate to take over? It's called delegating duties? That's what I'm saying. You ever just stand around pointing at your forehead? Sometimes actually, yeah. I wonder what's long enough to do that. I can't bring myself to say it. Sorry. My fault. Scrappy, what does have a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, Detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Yow! Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No. Who? No, you remove yourself from my way. What was all that racket? I did not want to deal with this guy ever again. My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. Chat, is this docking? Is this docking right here? When you're trying to rub your chest against someone else's chest like that? It'd have to be pretty hard to do that much damage. Yeah. Yeah, actually. I suppose there is no choice. Finally, I think you get— Hey, what are you? You have left me no choice but to use strong force. Arr! You won't get past me. Huh? Huh? Yep, that's me. Wait, sorry, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. I got this, chat, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. I don't want to zoom in, fuck it. Yep, that's me. You might be wondering how I got myself into this situation. You see, it all started when I boarded a flight to Borginia, from Borginia. This is— Wait, that's it! So that's what this whole thing has been about. Further, there was the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. After all, this mix of the song is actually mad hype. Hold on. I love this. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Weapon couldn't be found. Nobody could find anything that could be considered the real weapon in the hold. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. As if severely beaten. Oh my god! Yeah, let's see. Was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. The cause of death? Oh, the cause of death is probably— Let me see. Honestly, wait. How do we connect these? There's only a limited amount of ways we can do it, right? But is there some way for me to prove this isn't the real murder weapon? The fact that it couldn't be found. But the cause of death is also— Let's just try these first. We want to make the conclusion that I think we want to imply that him falling down is the way he was killed. Let's try these. Connect. No, the pieces don't fit together quite right. Fuck. What about— He was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. We want to prove that this isn't the real murder weapon. Oh, wait, you know what? We can connect these two because they don't line up with each other. This doesn't, like— It doesn't line up with the bruises, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. Which then means A very large weapon was used. Logic minigame? What is this image? Yeah, that is what it looks like. So... it suggests that a very large weapon was used. We couldn't find it because it's so large. It's just it's the box that the dude just fell on. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Franziska. What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but... the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with the habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. I don't have evidence to show. Sorry. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as, that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Honestly? Oh! Sorry, chat, hold on. We got a vibe, hold on, no. This... okay. The soundtrack for this game is so good compared to, like... I mean, like, obviously, Ace Attorney music is really fun and catchy, right? But, like, the mixes for this game and, like, the original tracks they made are so good. They're so amazing. The writers really whipped out the thesaurus. Wait, huh? If the previous trilogy taught me anything, all real prosecutors put the burden of evidence on the defense. To be fair, Edgeworth kind of is playing the role of defense right now, right? Alright, anyway, freefall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? Did you not just literally see the dude fall and land on his neck, like, 10 seconds ago? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then... we're in trouble. We may have a second death in our hands, sirs. Hey you, tell me you aren't dead, pal. Quiet. Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? He would have been a Bourguignon pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now. But there is... what? It may be there now. But there is no proof that it was always there. Ha! As if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always where it is now? Good question. What can you use? Right, they were refueling. Do we have something that states the time of death? No. Well, but I'm pretty sure we know that it could have been at this time. She's in a video game, she can't see further than 15 feet away. Oh, true. Like when you're playing a stealth game. Gumshoe's the only person who cares about the life of this man? Okay, can you blame him, though? I think I would be okay with him, not surviving. Alright. Take that.
Take that!
Take that! You refueled in the Republic of Zhangfa. Yes. This flight had a short layover in Zhangfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred into the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Zhangfa Express. It's labeled Zhangfa Express. Correct. Okay, hold on. Okay. We're safe. I am now standing at my desk. I'm so glad I bought a standing desk a while back. Correct. Meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhangfa. It is just Chinese, yeah? Loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 AM at the transfer point. Hello? Hi? Are we squeaking still? Are we squeaking? Are we squeakers? My microphone wire, like, I accidentally bumped it a little too hard and it got unplugged. Let me know if I sound normal now. No longer squeaking? What's squeaking, gamers? Now, what if the box in question was also looted on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhangfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Begin investigation. Okay. Time to examine. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Oh, let's see. A leaf, a red statue? Never heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Then let's get investigating, sir. Language. Look here. Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. I really don't want to talk to this guy anymore, chat. LeBlanc's cargo. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc?
Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Elif Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more.
Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents? I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective.
How did you do that?
Yeah, 10 million bits. I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
10 million cents. Is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to a murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer.
It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching.
What? Is it? Is it? Let's look at that. Hold on. It was loaded on board. Okay, so that's something we gotta make a connection with. Conclusions. Oh, wait. You recognize the difference between 2 cents, 0.002 cents and $0.002. Alright. Well, time to accuse a random dude of, smuggling art. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhangfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Whoopsie. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Fake statue. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is a fake?
I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Don't say such fantastical things! Those thieves would not dare! I have the certification of my cargo right here!
Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. Airway bone? I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in this certificate.
No, that...
Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Document written in Borginian, proof the statue was loaded on board in Europe. Technically that's hearsay. If we can't confirm it, if we can't read it, then, you know. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right.
What?
This. I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is the Elif Red? It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. The statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it.
Piece of art being shipped by Mr. LeBlanc, who claims it is worth 10 million cents. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Alright, first of all, let me look at this again. Keep this in mind. Anyway, chat, we got an ad break coming in a minute. Now is a good time to take a break, get up, stretch, refill your water, use the restroom. Let's be back in a few minutes. See y'all soon. Goodbye, chat. Farewell. Level 10 is truly our limit. Alright. That being said, let's continue. We have a Borginian dude to implicate. I could have carried. Could you have? Could you have? Could you have? Could you have, Steve? I believe in you. Where the? Hold on. I gotta turn on my light actually real quick. I'm so used to turning on my light when I finish. Oh my god, I fucking hate the tracking when it like goes like this. I've gotten so used to, because at my previous stream time, by the time I take my first ad break, it's dark out. So I turn on my light then. But because we're doing it earlier now, it is no longer dark at that time. And then after that, I just forget. Alright, chat. Let's investigate a leaf red. So this is the infamous Leaf Red statue. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. I feel like there's like a stain. There's like some weird stains on the top that weren't there here. Yeah. What are these stains? Well, I've seen this somewhere before. No wonder this thing is worth 10 million cents. Look at how it sparkles, sir. I wouldn't call it sparkling, detective. Maybe more along the lines of dully shining. That's what all my teachers said about me when I was in high school. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes? Look at this. Eureka! Eureka! I'm not entirely confident that there's a contradiction here. What do you think, detective? Well, I think it's really suspicious looking, sir. A well-trained gut tells me so. I see. Well, then I must be mistaken. How come when I answer confidently, you take that to mean we're off course, sir? Okay, let's look at this closer. I thought it would be that, so I didn't really bother looking. Oh. Are these eyes made of some sort of gem? Hello, Delantio. Welcome to the stream. It's a real nice shade of orange. For a second, I couldn't even tell they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of the stray cat that lives near my house. If the eye's supposed to be this color, is it possible this statue is a fake? Yeah. Is the spot somehow connected to the evidence I hold? Yes. Eureka! Eureka! No, there's a weird cat outside. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. But it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. The memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Oh, sir, they're red! As I thought, the statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc. What do you want? You do not know I am a busy man. I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The Olive Red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large fellow there has very bright and... That large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. Yeah. Gumshoe has very bright and pretty eyes. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo.
Why the sudden yelling? Now then. Oh. It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. Noir. Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake? I believe that even further examination will be required, you filthy Noir. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhangfa. And I will present you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Wait. Oops. This Oliver is a fake. Then our dealer isn't looking too happy about this either, sir. I will get to the bottom of this for his sake as well as mine. Do we have more proof that it's fake? Oh... Oh, I can actually hand this down. So let's see. So we've got the hands here. I think that's fine. Are the legs the same structure? Oh, you actually can't see the legs. What about the teeth? There's 4 teeth. How many teeth are here? The teeth are incorrect, actually. Well, I guess I can't do that. I can't believe you were able to tell this was a fake from a single glance, sir. Yeah, I didn't know. You can scroll down. You knew right away that its eyes were a different color than the ones in the photo. You know, sound like a certain detective who needs to try a little harder. The fact that this is a fake means it was swapped with the real one at some point. Wait. So... this was brought on board in Zhangfa. I will present you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Let's see, so... it was reloaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 AM at the transfer point. It'd be funny if I could look at this. What have we here? What have we here? It says Zhangfa Express on the cloth, sir. Oh, since Zhangfa is just China, is Zhangfa just pronounced Jung? 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 I do not know. I do not know how to pronounce Chinese words, so yeah, depends on the dialect. Oh, your lect. Zhangfa. Like the in gun sound. Zhangfa. 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 Okay. Thank you. Something is tugging on the corner of my mind, as though something is out of place. Is something out of place? Forgets pronunciation being put to the test today? Oh, you know. Fake piece being shipped by Mr. LeBlanc, not worth a cent, let alone 10 million. Can I... the jewels and the eye sockets, they were made to look just like real gems. What do you mean, these aren't real? Do you really think the forgers would waste that kind of money on a replica? I guess not. Ooh, I just got a really great idea. I can probably find some rocks down by the river I can polish up to look like real jewels. I think I'll try that out and give one to Maggie as a present next time. I wonder if he's serious, and I wonder if I should try to stop him if he is. I can't click the teeth. It's anime time? Yeah, have a good night, Winter. Enjoy anime. Is there anything else to investigate on this? I don't think so. Okay, but this music is still pretty good. I will scour literally every single, like, spot here. I still think there's something wrong with the mouth part, but...
you know. Proof the statue was loaded on board in Europe. Let's see. So, is there something I'm missing here? I don't think so. Yeah, so I can only go down and up. Oh! What's this? The statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cup. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense. You, what did you said now? Further, my clothing's hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinate. Why should I forgive if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it. So what can I deduce here? Is the spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Oh, the time. Yeah, where is... I think it was this? No, right here.
Eureka!
Eureka! Now there is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of a cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. That's not possible! But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhengfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhengfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There is only one reason why. To secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true. However, you have it backwards, Franziska. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed. But he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall under the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. The statue was loaded on board in Europe, but statue is fake. Okay. Investigation complete. God, they are really forgiving about the health. Hold on, chat. Let me go plug in my phone, because it's starting to die. One sec. Yippee! Yeah, the aneurysm healed. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zhengfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Where? Here we go. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the trip, then there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer! Move the statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Are you? Go on. After moving the Elif Red statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. Oh no. Chat, my favorite, like, hold on. It's not a trope, but like, my favorite, like, thing to happen in these, how do you say? I really love when they bust out the luminol. Like, every murder mystery game does it, and I think it's just so... it's neat, you know? It just goes to show it's such a universal tool, universally good tool. I see, there was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. My investigations yielded fruits or something. Were pretty ace on. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? Oh, probably this, honestly. The Borginian cloth, take that! The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhengfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhengfa. There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zhengfa, then this becomes highly suspect. I think it's Meal's testimony? Yeah, it's Meal's testimony that's suspect. Recall Miss Meal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zhengfa. Sorry, I forgot that we had Boobs McGee. What was the voice we had for her? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 AM, you know? She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but... How could you forget? Listen, I was really caught up in the murder mystery, okay? That totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. To be continued. Damn, alright. We're getting to the meat and potatoes of the fact of the case. Save your progress? Yes. Alright, chat. We did it. We're in the final stretch. The final quarter of this case. Ladder. Confrontation. Chamomile. Chamomile. Oh, hello. Sleepy boobs lady. No, not weeby boobs lady. Sleepy boobs lady. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it, chat. Is she the murderer, after all? March 12th. 3 coming... Alright. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck, cargo hold. Miss Meal. Miss Meal? Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh? Miss Chamomile. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did? No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. Ugh. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span from just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? I like how dead and soulless her eyes are. Miss Meal's alibi. Oh, yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Huh? How was a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Would you... Never mind, I'm not saying it, Yeah, I love her shit-eating grin while asking if she's a suspect. I just love her. Oh, yeah. Press. Hold it! Miss Meal, wake up! I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? Yeah, she's just got such a good design. She was in the flight attendant's room all by her lonesome self. Does anybody here have contradictory evidence? Rather than anybody, but... Bought in the flight attendant's room and left in attendant's room. Bought in the in-flight shop and left in attendant's room. The timestamp says 5:40 a.m. I think that's actually contradictory there. From 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. So, like... I think this already has a contradiction here. Because the receipt for the suitcase says 5:40 a.m. And we know that it was returned to the room at that time. So, like... It should not have taken 20 minutes to go from the gift shop room to the flight attendant's room to drop off the thing. Objection. ER? I'm suddenly reminded of a message I saw on ER next to a whip. Oh, Elden Ring, lover required ahead. I love those, yeah. Objection. I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal. Huh? A receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero brought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero. Oh, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Tenero. Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop. In-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at that time? No. Oh, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal. The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Another argument? Reason for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator key card in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. But she got it stolen from her. Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? That's a weird way to phrase that. Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. I think Edgeworth is immune to women. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. Rebuttal. Reason for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. Why can I not? There we go. You'd think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop. You ask me, that makes her super suspicious. He's the ace prosecutor, it's in the name. True! Okay, do I have any way to... Highly likely killer got this from the cargo hold. Let's save. Let's see. Actually, the title never says ace prosecutor. Oh, true. Wait. I guess it doesn't, huh? She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop. Hold it. And what are you in charge of? And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count. Aw, but I spend so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borginian. She is the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of... what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. She's fluent in Borginian. Fluent enough to forge a document? Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Very interesting. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. All I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. What you're saying is... you forged this. Objection? Can someone give her a bra and a button her shirt up, please? No. She's perfect as she is. Sorry. I like... I like her. This is my one lesbian moment. Sorry. I really love her. So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while. Aw. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it?
Can we get some cat jams in chat? My one lesbian moment, your one? Yeah, I never have lesbian moments. Trust. Trust. I never do. Trust. Trust. Okay? Trust. Just trust me. Alright.
This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe.
I think X to doubt.
The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Elif Red could not have occurred.
Casually falls back asleep.
Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you.
Huh? 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 What if she got bubbles? Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Hmm? It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to have participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So, sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in this smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
Objection! If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Whoops. Agent Hicks was in the middle. Hold on, I'm gonna do one thing real quick. Audio. I'm gonna change this down because the objection voice lines are like really loud. Sleepy flight attendant. Hello, Winter. Is this like a boss battle? I think it is like a boss battle. Is her boba? You'd make a bad pillow, sorry. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. Oh, that's a good face.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions.
The evidence of hitting the save button? What are you talking about? Aggressively blows bubbles at prosecutor. Yeah, she's a chain smoker, but a chain bubbler.
This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning.
Honestly, there's a good amount of things here that could be used, but like... There's a lot of stuff that could be used. So like, it's either the suitcase, or the piggy bank, or the footprints? I mean, the obvious answer is the piggy bank, right?
Take that!
Take that?
This piece of evidence will answer all of our questions. Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth? No, as you can plainly see, I am wide awake. Then I'm afraid you failed. You were making so little sense that I thought maybe you were asleep. But a Dr. Sleepy Mrs. Hyde-esque transformation. Is this it? Wasn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? You need to stay calm, think carefully, and then present the condemning evidence. Something unaccounted for? What do you mean by unaccounted for? Oh, the phone! Where is the phone?
Take that!
Take that? Yeah, but who was phone? No, it's not the phone. Hold on, I'm actually... Sorry, my brain cells all died when she showed up fully awake. Oh, actually, no. It would be the certificate, isn't it? No. Why is this here in the first place? I would think the suitcase, but... Actually, yeah, because the suitcase was moved into the shop. That's right. Yeah, okay. So it was one of the three that I thought. There we go. I had it. I just had to click all of them. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Holy shit. Holy shit, chat. Holy shit, chat. Holy shit, chat. Look at that face. Alright, I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm very normal. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. Should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whatever was at hand. They made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. Are you like actual normal, or like winter normal? No, it's summer. I'm summer normal. Obviously. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Is it where the murder took place? Actually, yeah. Because the only reason why Rhoda was thought... one of the strongest supporting evidences was that it happened in the cargo hold, which only Rhoda had access to, I think? It's where the murder took place. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Camomile. Only you, and you alone, could be the killer. Yawn! And? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Ugh. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. Something we can't fit into the picture? Something unaccounted for. I mean, like, the phone is still unaccounted for, yeah. Is that... Hold on, let me see the history. Let's see. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something I still can't... I think it is the phone. Let's check this. Take that. I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. Oh. But that's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. Yayo. Yayo, yayo. And that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? That's what I was thinking. We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska, I'd like to ask for your assistance. Let me drop you off of this big platform and see if you die, and if your phone survives the fall. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, Detective. Now where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? I don't think it gets any louder. Hold on. Well, okay. The sound doesn't change at all, I think. At least I can't tell, so logically it should be like back here, probably. We've determined that the real crime scene is here. All that's left is to catch the killer. Wait. ZZZ. Miss Meal, wake up. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child. Better find that cell phone fast. In here, maybe? Sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. We'd better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir. Oh. Oh my god, that's so loud. March 12th, 4:12 p.m. Flight G390, first floor, flight attendant's room. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Honestly? The ringing's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be! This has gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. What? That's a pretty thorough framing job. March 14th, 4:28 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck. Cargo hold. It is so easy to frame someone, yeah. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room. In Miss Tenero's locker. What? But... Row that dinero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Objection! Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. Objection! This is related to the key card, alright. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. Ugh. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. Huh? What should I do? Francisco's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. I have a feeling they're gonna, like, make me present evidence without warning, so I'm saving. Yeah, objection. Objection! Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it. Time for you to be Phoenix. Hold it! What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Camera? Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Franziska, I need you to confirm something. The cell phone. Can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. Yeah, the camera's just for decoration. He's got the energy of like a 50-year-old man, but he's like in his mid-20s, which is kind of... it's kind of wild. Alright. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. Yeah. Find a way, don't you worry about that. John, may I go back to sleep now? Objection! Objection! The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. That's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Franziska? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Franziska, your phone, if you please. Very well. Oops. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. That's some pretty important evidence. This is... Agent Hicks was almost certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey, the Elf Red's nowhere in this pic, sir. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? She's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Isn't there, like, this down here? The fact that all of the suitcases are here in this photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. But what exactly is so odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being there? Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then.
Your off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth.
I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction.
I think it's these boxes right here. Cause like... Would it be here? Actually, let me see. What were we asking for again? Is there really nothing in this photo we can use? Agent Hicks was trying to obtain some evidence for the smuggling case. So we're looking for smuggling? Is that Borginian? Oh, I guess it is, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because these are in place of where the Zhongha? Zhongha? The Zhongha stuff is out of place either way.
What's all this? Oh, they are cargo shipped from Borginia to Zhengfa. The reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says... Word. It is cloth in English. Cloth. Could it be? Is this where the killer... What? What for is that scary face? Miss Meal.
It says Curse of Ramses, or Curse of Ramses. Same brain. Yes?
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Ha! Maybe you should enforce your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Borginian cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. The cloth?
Take that!
Take that.
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now, I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy.
Hold it. Ha! That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Objection! Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first, the fucking bed sheets.
Oh. Never mind. Oh, wait, I had to hit T for this.
Take that. Hey, it says bed sheets in English right in the box, sir. Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
Hold it. So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengfa.
That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy. You and you alone. Haunts game.
Aw, that's adorable.
It'll be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Jungfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes.
Grrr.
So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Jungfa? Oh, no.
Oh. He was actually a criminal genius. Haunts game. He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Oh, goodbye. Poor Miss Meal. No, not poor Miss Meal. She's a smuggler. She's smuggling shit illegally over borders. That was a sudden transition. Yeah, Edgeworth strikes again. Smuggle these. She's worth it. Smuggling is a victimless crime. Yeah, that's true. Murder isn't, though. I'll let her do it. I'm so glad that everyone in chat agrees we would let her commit crimes. Woo! I support women's rights and women's wrongs. Lesbian spotted? Alright. March 12th, 5:26 p.m. I know you teased the next cases by pleading. Case 3 is a bit of an extended intro past the first pieces of dialogue. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Steve? You'll see. March 12th, 5:26 p.m. Flight G390. First floor. Lounge. We've finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. No, that's just the soap in the bubbles. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. It's rabies. Mr. Edgeworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I may not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's... I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. Don't be rude. Accept the gift. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. Bow. Alright, chat. We got an ad break coming up in a minute. I don't know how much of an epilogue there is here, but I gotta use the restroom. Let's all get up and stretch, get water, etc., etc. Enjoy some Rage on stream. We'll be back in a few minutes to finish the epilogue and then to the beginning of case 3. See y'all soon. Good work, chat. Good work, good work, good work. Alright, let's finish up this case. What the fuck is Goodwin, Connecticut? Why are... Alright, buddies. Alright. Calm down. Calm down. Alright, I'm removing the penguins just for that. Be gone, Okay. Never mind, I guess the penguin is here to stay. Oh. This won't work! Alright. Let's continue. We only have an epilogue left. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun! Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. And refund everyone again? Nope, hold on, I'm beating you to it. I'm too lazy. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective. Can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. March 12th, 5:47 p.m. Hope Springs Airport. Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You are Franziska Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Yeah, that's right, praise her. Only until a little while ago I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Pierrette living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father Manfred Von Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. He does have a weapon, at all times. Yes, I suppose you can. There is another agent on this case with me. Oh? Another agent? He's a star among Interpol agents, and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. Chat, is this foreshadowing? I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. Name is Gumshoe. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back. In full. Foreshadowing is a narrative device. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her wit. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. It was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. He's so sad. Oh, just how much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Detective. Sorry, the song is a banger. Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska Von Karma. The smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play.
and the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Hmm? The next incident? Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Ah, have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Wait, who is this? Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Who? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Who? I don't know who Ernest Amano is, but I like that his last name sounds Spanish. The end. We did it! Certainly, we will not have to go save some random child, right? Alright, chat. We did it. We cleared case 2. Turnabout Airlines. The kidnapped turnabout. Is that a werewolf? Oh wait, I can just start any of the cases? Wait. Damn, okay. 2 of my goats in this case, but he looks like a wolf, not a goat. Alright, chat. Let's see the beginning here. Apparently there's an extended intro in this? This is Marvel vs. Capcom? Oh, okay, fair enough. Such as Wolverine? Oh my god. Alright, let's check out episode 3 for tomorrow. We're gonna start this tomorrow, actually, so let's check out the beginning. The Kidnapped Turnabout. Wolverine and Psylocke. Episode 3, The Kidnapped Turnabout. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Oh? It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off. Why do you get all this responsibility? That suitcase! Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. What the fuck? Gatewater? Welcome to Gatewater Land! Hmm? Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. I'm not ready to deal with the Blue Badger again, chat. I'm not ready to fucking deal with the Blue Badger again. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Oh my god. It's Proto Badger, I guess. Gaywater. Hello. Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. Stadium? So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe. I really need you to come through for me this one time.
Oh my god, it is Five Nights at Badger's. Proto Badger just watching on, wondering what the hell's going on. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. This is a lengthy intro. I've arrived. Go inside. Oh, this place is fucking horrifying, chat. This place is so horrifying. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Wait. I feel like I recognize this. Ah! It was a trap! I can't believe Edgeworth died, chat. I can't believe Edgeworth died. That's it. That's the end of the game. Edgeworth is dead. Edgeworth is dead, chat. Edgeworth is dead. Can't believe Edgeworth died. Alright, that's the end. We're done. Edgeworth truly did die. Like, damn. Alright. Oh, I'm still on the fucking side here. Alright, chat. Hello. Do I have... I don't have music on here. Perfect cliffhanger. It is. So sad Alexa played Despacito. Oh my god. Alright. Why? What did I do to deserve this? Don't. Alright, well. Wait, why do I have a double... Alright, we got double penguin, I guess. Here you go. You go down there. Yeah, Edgeworth got stuffed inside an animatronic suit. That's what I'm saying! He got, Five Nights at Freddy? Oh my god, what is the name of the dude? William Afton? No, wait, sorry. He's not the one that did it. He was the one stuffing kids into, like, animatronics, right? You exist. I exist. Anyway, chat, the stream is a lot shorter than normal because, I guess the second half of the case was much shorter than the first, and also, we had a better idea of what we were doing. Anyway, yeah. Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Edgeworth Investigations is good. William Afton stuffed kids and then went into Springtrap and got spring-locked. Yeah, I'm trying to get spring-locked, if you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean, I'm so sorry, chat. I have no idea what I mean by that. I'm so sorry, I have no idea what I mean by that. I have no idea what I meant by that. My fault. Oh... I don't know what you mean, please elaborate. I don't know what I meant by that. Well, you know. Like, yeah? Anyway, chat, I think it's time for me to sign off for the night. Who do I send y'all to? Ass Effect? I don't see anyone doing anything, like, relatively lawyery on my following list. I'm just gonna send y'all to Snack. We love Snack. Alright, chat. I'm sending y'all to Goodnight Snack. They are currently doing Mass Effect 3. Raid Shadow Legends. Good night snack. Very, very good. Very good streamer. We love gay Latinos in this household. Thank you all for stopping by. Goodbye, Twitch chat. Goodbye, Daniel. Oh, you know what? I'll post... Hold on. Let me find their YouTube link, too, because they do simulcast as well. Anyway, chat, remember, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Oh my god, don't bonk me. You fool. Tomorrow night, we're starting case 3. We get to see the wolf. We get to see the murderous badger. We get to see more of Edgeworth being a goober. Anyway, I'm off. It was a short stream, but it was fun. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. Adios, Rika amigos. Bye! Oh, wait, raid message. Rika amigos. We're just gonna do Rika amigos raid, but then if you have this emote, you use it. If you don't, use whatever substitute you want. There you go, that's the raid message, chat. Anyway, have a good night. Adios, everyone. I'll give you all a second to copy that. See y'all later.